Hello everybody, this is ED Moon US, and this is my first Let's Play video, and it's an interesting game I've chosen to start recording. Death the Ascension by Dystopian Ruler. The game is very interesting card game, and it's got some very interesting concepts as far as card games go, which attracted me. It has to do with the interesting part to me is the probability mechanics, as well as the hidden information and the life choice, moral, ethical dilemmas that are abstracted but represented in the game. I also really like the skull and death aesthetic, the artwork. It's just very vivid and bold, captured my imagination. But I'm going to start with the tutorial. And yes. Okay, so in the tutorial here you can see we have resources up here. Now in a real new game you would start with 0. But the resources are souls, gold, love, fame, and law. And law you can think of as justice. It's the way I think of it. Justice as far as how much society is trying to put you behind bars. And so it's a little bit opposite of these. As it goes up, negative things start to happen. And if you get too high, like 100 I believe, then you can be, at risk to lose the game. If these other resources drop below 0, you're at risk. So you use resources to play cards, but also at the end of the game, each game has a randomized payment that is required for the end goal or to get to the end game. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the next. So this is an example of the resource. So this particular example shows that you need to pay 5 to law and 5 love in order to play the card. So 5 law would mean you're increasing your wanted level from the law. Okay, so here's an example. This is the drag and drop area where you play a card, and these animated blue and red circles, we have just blue here, are relative to this gem color. And what that indicates is that for each death card, you can't see the death card here, it's hidden by the pop-up, but for each death card there's a visible effect or impact on your resources. And so these the blue gem will temporarily cancel that effect, and a red gem will actually remove that card from Death's deck. So this is one of the primary ways you influence and strategize countering effects, negative effects out of Death's deck. So I'll start with gold here, play it, and for each card the concept is it's a contract that you sign with Death, and this is the contract. So you burn the contract, or you sign the contract, sorry, and after you sign the contract, one of the concepts that's a little bit confusing, but only until you figure it out, is you're presented with this card effect, which is in this case is work. And so work was the consequence of you paying gold, and you get 10 resources and no other effect on these resources. So you notice that you also can affect your number of turns remaining in the game. And then here's also an indication of these resource impacts. But the work card is, think of it as a result or an event that was a consequence of your action. But the card itself, the work card, if you think of that as a card, is not added to your deck. Alright, so then after the contract is signed and the result is realized, then you need to burn the contract. So that's basically finalizing things. And after each event and after each contract is signed, the consequence of that event, which as you recall was work. So work, it says work leads you to choose these three. Now these three are cards that will go into your deck. And so you pick one of these, and I'll talk about how the deck works in just a little bit. But notice that this is interesting here, the very high percentage of success and a negative chance of failure. So I'm going to choose that. So that goes into your deck. It adds a card to your deck. It increases the probability of getting it in the next turn. Okay, so it wants you to click on your deck. So the way the deck works, this is the player's deck, is in this case you have, it looks like 4 cards. You have 2 health because we added one on the last turn. And the way the deck works is this is not a draw deck, so that you don't draw and then reshuffle. It's a percentage chance that you will draw a particular card into a 5-card draw from an infinite pool of cards. So in this case, since we have 2 health cards, there's a 40% chance of drawing a health card versus 20% for the other 3 cards. Alright, so then you can control the chances after you play the card with these icons which are representative of souls. So this is how one of the ways you can acquire, one of the main ways you can acquire new souls is by gambling and lowering the chances, but still gambling that you're going to succeed in the contract by hitting this negative icon, or a red crystal, or a green crystal will actually increase your chances of success, but will require that you pay some of the souls that you've acquired to increase that chance of success. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier about countering death's effects. So you notice in this taxes, so taxes is a card that was drawn from death's deck, and death's deck, as far as the chances of drawing, work in the same way as the player's deck. So in this case, there's a -5 impact on the player's gold, and the only way you can counter that is with these gems. Okay, so we have death, so what we'll do is, so an assassin will remove taxes from death's deck. So let's do that. Now one thing it's not shown in the tutorial here, but let's see if it works. What I want to show you is if you double click, it's not going to work in the tutorial. We'll save that for later. So for now, we can see we have a 125% chance of success, guaranteed success. So we can, yes, right, so I can demonstrate this. So if we add gems, notice the percent is going up, and this icon here shows you how many souls you will acquire by reducing the probability. So we can safely acquire 3 more souls and eliminate the consequence, or not the consequence, but yeah, the negative effect of taxes. Okay, so you can see that the red impact, there was an execution, there was a dead royalty, so we assassinated somebody in royalty. And as a result, we got 10 gold, 10 fame, but we have 5 increase in law. You can see the law goes up. So our wanted level has gone up. Okay, so dead royalty led us to choose Wow, poison, gold, or kill. So poison has a very high percentage of success. So let's choose poison. Alright, so every 3 turns, and this is the countdown, turn countdown indicator here, is you have an Ascension map. And so Ascension is used in really 2 different ways in the game. It's this map, which is how you progress towards an Ascension attempt at the end game, and we'll talk about that more. But the counter below indicates how many turns left until the next ascend on the map. Alright, so this is indicated when you don't have any card draw, and this map is shown over here. So when you click on this, basically it introduces you to a couple of new concepts and 1 new resource. But I'll go ahead and explain it here a little bit. But when they say very easy challenges, small rewards, it doesn't really say what the reward is. And the reward can be resources, of course, but it can also be the blood. It's called blood. I think of it as blood money, and the blood can be used in rituals to trade resources, transmute resources from one type to another, and also to gamble and use your blood money to offset or increase resources that you need, that you have been having difficulty acquiring through the normal gameplay. So you click on this blue to start a path. You have to launch things by clicking on this skull, and this is your most corrupted path. This is the medium, and this is low corruption, which is lower risk but not as rewarding as far as the blood money and the hate resource. And hate is also a resource, but it's a little bit more mysterious. It's hidden. The amount of hate that you have accumulated is not hidden, but how you acquire it sometimes is. So I'm going to choose this medium path. And it tells you here that blood is the resource we needed to perform rituals. This is what I was talking about earlier. You also have lives, and I think you have four lives. Yes, 4 lives. And if you lose them all, you die, and that's the end of the game. And then hate is a resource that you acquire through evil actions that you choose through card play. That is also a resource in the game. It can be used to help your strategy if you're taking evil cards, kind of like that assassination attempt or kill. And then it also is used to counter law events, right? When you are being there are events that occur in the game that as your law resource increases, you eventually are encountered by the law. And so one way to deal with that is through refusal, which requires hate. And I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there, but just realize that that's a little bit mysterious, but it's one of the things that you can think about as far as the legal or the law actions. All right, so this is an event. As you increase your ascension, these are events, and you have to make choices. And down here is the blood and the hate that is a result from taking. So as you were strolling along the woods, you saw a man tied down to a tree. The man explained that he was tricked and held hostage. He offered you money to free him. So this is a trapped encounter. So you can either be an accomplice and accept the money and set him free, which will give you 5 blood, 5 hate, plus 10 gold, and plus 3 fame. And these are your resources up here. Or you can reject his offer and steal the money from him, which will give you 15 gold, 10 hate, blood, and 10 hate. So, or you can pass altogether, which will cost you one of your lives. So let's take this one, the accomplice. Alright, so this is the end of the tutorial. So now the new game will be offered, and let's do it. New game. So in a new game, initially you're only offered this one choice, which is the lucky path, which is the intended experience of the game. But as you, I'm assuming, as you go through the end game and enough to have the ultimate victory, these other more difficult options will be provided. So we'll choose to live on the lucky, and this is another feature that the game offers, which is interesting. The past and the future, and don't really quite understand the past and the future aspect of things, but it's kind of mysterious. But what future does is it doesn't introduce all the tools immediately to a new player, and it also blocks those negative effects until you unlock them. So it's a good way to start the game, especially in the very first few contracts with death. You can get some bad luck and get negative resources and be in a position of at risk for losing the game. So this might actually be a good choice. But I like to start in the past because all the interesting mechanics and tools are visible. I'll show you what I mean as far as the first few contracts to get going.
There was once a poor man with a beautiful wife. They didn't have much, but they were happy together. However, an illness got a hold of his wife. He had no money for treatment. This eventually led to her death. From the shadows, Death appeared before him. Death offered him a contract. If you gather enough resources, she will be brought back to life. If you fail to get enough, you will be damned in hell for eternity. The man accepted the contract, filled with determination. He began his journey to save his wife.
Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at Death's deck. You can see that there's peace and sadness. One of each, which means that there's a 50-50 chance for Death to draw either peace or sadness, which he's drawn sadness. And you notice up here there's 0 hate. We have 35 turns to complete, and this can be manipulated. We have 0 blood, and we have 4 lives. We have 1 soul, and we have no resources. And if we slide this out, this tells us what's required for the final payment to Death in order to attempt an ascension. This is very much biased towards gold for this particular game. This is randomized for each game to make it different, and so you have to keep an eye on this. Alright, so we need lots of gold, and not a lot of love, and not a lot of fame, and a fair amount of souls. So let's do this. We need lots of gold. Hate will counter the effect of sadness, but it's not exactly clear to me why you would want to do that, because this is all 0. But I know that hate is a hidden resource here that isn't always visible. So, but I'm gonna, since we need gold, I'm gonna start with gold. So there's a 65% chance of success and a 35% chance of failure. And these sliders over here tell you, let me just double click on this. So this shows you that for every contract or every card that you play, there's a chance at success and a chance at failure. But within the chances of success and failure, there are two possibilities. So there's a work, an artist, which is an event, like I was explaining in the tutorial. And then for failure, there's a beggar and unprofitable. And these are called, a best case scenario here, which is 40%, is work. It's called formidable. And artist is the good outcome, which has a higher probability. Failure divides up into what's called bad and terrible. And you can't see right now, if you double click on this, nothing happens, exactly what these will allow the player or penalize the player at this point. So you have to, it's a little bit mysterious, but you have to acquire knowledge as you play. And then these are the way you manipulate the success and failure. So these sliders over here, you notice this arrow, it's saying that within the good, there's actually looks like a 33% or actually 40% chance of a formidable outcome. So you can look at this as when you play it on the table, this is a way to see that, hey, how good a chance do I have to get a really formidable result. And this tells you that, hey, what are the chances within the 35% that I can get a really terrible result. And the green, you notice this is fame, and there's a green bubble here. And that green bubble is telling you that with more fame, you can increase the chances of success of this gold contract. And then the red, which is turns, and I assume that means, I haven't quite studied whether this means a large number of turns will negatively influence it, or actually a small number of turns will negatively influence. But red means it, by negative meaning it increases your chance of failure with more turns. So this is also a way you can put red or green crystals in the souls, so you can do this from this screen here, and then you can go directly to the table this way. And then over here, this is called the risk and reward tool, and it tells you, now let me just go over here for a minute and show you in the options. You have the complex versus the intuitive option. I prefer the complex because all the information, the intuitive option, you have to arrow through the various options. But these are the effect of this contract if you were to have a formidable versus a good versus a bad versus a terrible result. Okay, and so we will 65%, we won't gamble any souls, so we'll sign the contract. And we got what looks like a bad result, not a terrible but a bad, and it's unprofitable. And it says, in life you both win and lose. And then for sadness is the soul's way of crying. So we lost 5 gold. And you notice up here, you have to keep an eye on this, is that the unprofitable result resulted in a new card being added to Death's deck. And it's called Starvation. And Starvation can be seen over here. Click on it. Now instead of 2 cards, he's got 3. And this, if you click on Starvation, you can see what it does. But we will move on. Burn the contract, and as a result of unprofitable, we have these 3 cards that we have to choose one to add to our deck. And these 3 cards are always the same for the same event. So if you ever for any reason play a card and it results in an unprofitable consequence or event, these are the 3 cards that you'll be presented. So you can click on this eye down here, you can click on it and you can see what it does. And you notice that you've got the effect on resources, but you also have an effect on the number of turns. And you can see with our current number of resources what our probabilities are. So if we click on plant, so if you recall, we needed gold in this one, but so let's see. I think I'll take plant because plant's got a higher percentage right now. And okay, so I'm going to take plant. So plant is now in our deck. Okay, so we have one here, so there's a 20% chance. Okay, here's another thing I need to explain that wasn't clear to me initially. Each contract, after each turn or contract, you do not draw a new hand of 5. You always have 5 cards, but you only replace the card that you previously used in the previous contract. So the only way you can draw a new hand of 5 new cards is through a ritual. So I'll just go in here, and these are the rituals. And so there's this one called, remember I was mentioning previously that you can use blood money to perform rituals. So you can get for 10 blood, so right now we have 0 blood, but for 10 blood you can draw a new hand of 5 cards, or you can remove a card from your deck. And then these other, you can do gambles or bets, and you can try to acquire resources or turns as you need them in the game. And then as you increase these circles here is how you increase either 3, 5, 7, or 10 blood. And as you increase the blood, you'll affect these win probabilities. But right now we can't do that. So for starvation, we do have the blue gem, which will cancel this negative effect. So I'm going to play that. 65%. Okay, you can see we're already in trouble with gold here. Now as resource drops below 0, you will start to lose a life for every turn that you're below 0. So it's very important in this early game to get out of that negative situation. So I'm going to add a soul. So you notice we're losing a soul, but we increased our chances. I think you can go into debt. No, you can't. You can't go into debt here. But alright, so this is the best we can do. Alright, so we had a successful outcome. So there's different graphics down here after you sign the contract, and this particular one is for a formidable result. It's got the extra decorations around the ornamentation. And so as for taxes, we ended up canceling the effect. You can see the blue skull that indicates that the negative resource impact didn't occur, and we were able to gain 10 resources. We lost 1 soul as a result, and then death acquired a new card for their deck called taxes. So we will accept that, obviously. Accept. And work led us to choose these 3. So one of the other interesting thing is, at least for me, it was a little bit mysterious why these gems are showing at this point, because death has not yet revealed what card is on the table. But what I found out by asking the developer is that there is a card already on the table for the next contract. We don't know what it is yet, but this indicates the matching icon. So whatever card that is, steel will eliminate it from the deck and blue will counter it. So it might be taxes, I'm not sure. I think it might be taxes. But the interesting thing is that I'm going to go ahead and choose steel. Is you notice steel didn't quite make it into our hand yet, which would be nice, right? So that you could count. So it wasn't taxes, it was starvation. So we now know that steal, the act of stealing, will remove starvation from Death's deck. So if we go back and look at our deck, we can see that. Because steal is in our deck, it's not in our hand, unfortunately. But there are ways. If I go back to the ritual, I want to show you. So this was the blood ritual. But there's also this ritual here that lets you swap cards from your hand. Alright, so what happens, it's a little bit confusing, but there's a couple of, I'll call them crystals. And this tells you how many souls it will cost. But you have basic cards like hate, health, love, and gold. And it will take a random card out of your hand and swap it with a card that's in your deck that you choose. Alright, and that's a very important thing to know as far as getting specific cards into your hand, since the 5 cards are not replaced after each contract, only 1. So you can click on the resource here, and this, not resource, but the prism or the crystal, and this is more expensive, 3 souls. It's a different type of prism. As you can see, it's got more spectrum, light spectrum, and this is how you pull the more specialized cards into your hand. And these icons, you'll again, this is the plant card, this is the steel card, plant and steel. So let's see. So we have 0 souls. I think it will let us go into debt here. So we might, just for demonstration purposes, do this. Do I want to do this? No, because if I go negative here, I'll be in trouble for losing the game. So I'll save this for later. So for now, I'll just play gold. And I've got a fair chance here of getting a positive result. Yep, work. But there's another taxes that's been added. Okay, so 65%, 62%, so health. So let's look at health. So health has 0 effect on these resources, but has a very potentially positive effect on the number of turns we have to play the game before time runs out on us. But you can tell there's also a chance that we can lose turns. But we've got a high percentage here, 62% of having a success. So let's choose health. It's good to have health. Alright, so our 3-turn counter, now we're, I think we're up to 6 turns now. We need to click on the, no, this is first. Sorry, that was the tutorial I was remembering. So we need to get things going here. So we click the skull, and we have to choose one of these paths. So here's the icon. So each game I've found, at first I thought that these were kind of fixed, but they're not. Meaning the path here, like you notice one of the paths has got a knife. So the knife is, you choose between 2 cards to corrupt for the rest of your life or sacrifice 1 life. And I don't like to have cards corrupted. I need to study that a little bit more, so I'm going to avoid this path and maybe pick, so these 2 are pay a resource or sacrifice a life, and then the skull is to pay a large resource penalty or sacrifice 1 life. So let's pick, I'm going to pick the medium path here. Alright, so here's our event. We have an arrested friend. One of your closest friends had a bottle too much to drink the night before, and he had a scuffle with the barkeep after not having enough money to pay. He then contacted you, hoping to receive some help. So you can you can actually acquire a life. Now I don't think this would do us any good because we haven't lost a life yet. I don't think you can continue to increase above 4. I don't think I've tried that, but I don't believe that's the case. Or you can help your friend break out and get some fame. Or you can bribe the knight, get a little bit of fame, reduce actually your law, which is interesting, by bribing the knight. So let's go this route. Loyal friend. Alright, so we have 5 blood now, which isn't a whole lot, but it's a little bit. We've got sadness on the table. We've got plant, which is noticed is 72%. So I'm going to put plant on the table here. I'm going to double click on it. So we got 72% chance it's influenced positively by money. The chances are positively influenced by money. And negatively influenced by hate and love. So we got a little bit, virtually no love. So I guess that's why our chances are pretty good. But do we want to take a chance on being sad or being addicted to this plant? I think we will. So let me put that back on the table. 72%. I'm going to gamble 1. I'm going to gamble by reducing the odds, and then if we do that, regardless of the result, meaning we could get any of these 4 results. One of the things I learned was I thought maybe you had to be successful to get a soul, but no, you will get a soul by reducing the probabilities regardless of the outcome. So I'm going to do that. So now we have 1 soul. We've got 14 gold. We have 10 love. So this event is called happiness. A moment of bliss will never last. Okay, 10 gold. And we got -5 hate. Happiness led you to choose love, health. Okay, I'm going to go with health. So now we have what? We have 3 health in our deck. We have steel, which will totally eliminate starvation. But starvation only has 1 negative influence. So I think I'm going to play gold, try to get 1 more soul, and take the risk. Alright, so we got an artist. An apple is not an apple. Provisions. Satisfy the hunger. Satisfy the body. So we got 5 gold. So how are we doing over here? We're still got to go quite a long ways. We've satisfied our love and fame, but not our souls and gold requirements. Alright, so an artist left us towards a gift. Okay, allows us, sorry, these 3 choices. So gifts are the embodiment of thoughts. So gifts will not generate any gold, but love and fame. But we've got high probability, which will allow us to gamble for more souls, which is needed. So I think I'm going to choose gift. Okay, there's peace. We could remove peace from Death's deck, but I don't know if I want to do that because there's really not a lot of negative impact to us there. So I think what I'll do in this case, so we got -5 hate. I think I'll play hate. So watch what happens here with the hate. So if we double click here, we've got pure evil, hatred, rival, and contentment. As you know, since we're playing hate, evil is our objective, so success tends to result in these evil intentions, which can be strategically successful or positive towards our goals. Alright, so do we want to gamble any more souls? I think we do. I'm going to lower it. Okay, we got a pure evil, which was a formidable outcome. Our hate went to 10. And we had rancor on death's event. Hate can fuel the destruction of men's something. Pure evil only exists inside your head. Okay. So pure evil led us to choose from these possibilities. So we got assassin. So assassin will give us a lot of gold. And notice over here on law. So even if we get a lot of gold, our law will go up to 20. So I'm going to choose assassin. Alright, so we're still on the moderate path here, but we have to choose to pay a resource or sacrifice a life. Prison. While walking around in the plaza, a hooded figure bumped and handed you a gold trinket. You examined the trinket. The next moment, a group of knights had surrounded you and taken you into custody. So money for you. Bribe all the knights. We lose 10 gold, and if you recall, we need gold. We can lose a life and pass this event up entirely, not pay the consequences. Or we can plead not guilty. Our hatred goes up, a little bit of blood money, and we lose 3 turns. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mix truth with lies. Alright, so we got taxes on the table. We can still counter it with gold. We need gold. We always need souls as well. Souls are very important for the rituals and many other things. Alright, we got a formidable result, which is always good. It's interesting that the formidable result helps death stack, because taxes is actually something you don't really want to see too often. But anyway, we got more gold, 10, which is good. Alright, so work. Remember I was saying that work will always result in these 3, which is true. So this is how you learn to control your deck strategically. I think I'm going to take steel, because steel will also give us money. Alright. And pieces on the table, which is good. We've got plant, which will remove peace. How much peace is in the death stack? Only 1. Even though this is such a high percentage, I don't think I want to do that. 69% health. I think I'm going to do gold. Add 1 soul. Got a bad result. So we got lost 5 gold. Our hate's up to 24. Starvation was added to death stack. Okay, so now we see that whatever is on death's table will be eliminated by alcohol. Alcohol also has a 60% chance. Alcohol is the answer to most problems. Plant has got a 79% chance of success. Okay, alcohol. Alright. So So I think I'm gonna take a minute here and show you some other rituals. So one of the things that is a little bit mysterious is, okay, so what we're gonna look at here is, it's called Death's Question. So you notice, so I've already answered 2. I'm on the 3rd question. And this is mysterious. And what it is about is, at the end of the game, you've got different layers or hierarchies of Ascension that basically allow you to win the game in increments. So the first time you win the game isn't necessarily the ultimate goal, the ultimate victory. So what you want to do is ascend at higher and higher levels of prestige, is the way to think of it. And to acquire even the possibility of reaching that level of prestige, you have to, and by probability, or I mean that there's no guarantee, but to be given a chance to gamble and take the chance at a higher level ascension, you have to answer these questions. And you can get clues, so you can pay resources to get clues. So that this is, a gray is an unknown answer, so we got gray and gray here. So these icons are a little bit confusing, but these are clues basically. And then the unknown is how you answer or take a stab at answering the question. There's 2 questions here. Evidently, as you go up in higher and higher level questions, there will be 3. You start out with 1. The first time you play the game, and you'll have 1 out of 14. You only have to deal with 1 question, so it's a little bit easier. A red indication is a wrong answer. So, oh well, I didn't even realize, but it remembers. So even though it was a new game, it remembers from my previous game what I had basically acquired in clues. So it's telling me, sorry, this might be a little bit confusing to everybody, but in my prior game, I had already paid for some hints, and I guess it remembers those. It's a persistent feature, which is nice. All right, so what it's saying is that for a good answer means positive. So it's saying it's a ritual. One of the funny things about the way, when I say funny, I mean mysterious or maybe a confusing or unknown way, is the way you answer the question. So the way you answer the question is you click here, and these are the cards that you have in your hand at the moment, and you click on these to answer the question. So obviously you have to have them in your hand in order to do that. I don't want to do that. I thought I could exit. That's too bad. I was wanting to show you how this worked, but it looks like in order to do that, I have to actually answer it. So I know this is going to be wrong. So it was ritual. I'll pick this one. Well, actually, you know what I should have done is over here, because it's well, no. So so if I answer the question here, well, maybe I can exit this way. Yeah, okay, good. So what I need to do is I need to get a ritual and doctor into my hand. I don't even think I have the doctor yet. Let's see, go over to my deck. I have steel. I don't have ritual or doctor in my hand yet. So that's another thing we will look for as we play. So 24 turns. I'm still doing okay on turns. Plant. I don't. I might. So money, hate, and love is a negative. Love is a negative, so I got too much. Way more than I need. Well, it's not way more, 6. So I need more souls and more money. So I could get more souls by playing the plant and then gambling. 1, 2, 70. Is that worth it? Maybe. Happiness. A moment of bliss. So I got a lot of love, which is not necessarily what I need. So what do we got with alcohol? Alcohol will give us love and fame. Oh well, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the, but alright, so now it's time to choose. Alright, so this one is, if we click over here, we lose a lot of resource or sacrifice a life. So let's see what's going on here. A hungry army. A war was waged. Soon enough, the kingdom's food stock was slowly consumed. The soldiers stationed in your land were going hungry. One night you noticed a group of soldiers pillaging your supplies. So what are you going to do? You can make a war contribution and just ask them to take the food properly, which will result in you losing 20 gold. Or you can ask for their sword as payment, because nothing is free. You'll get 15 blood, 5 hate, minus 10 gold, or minus 5 fame. So I don't really want to do either one, so I'm going to pass this and sacrifice one of my 4 lives. So this might be, the first time you can see this might be scary, because it looks like the game might be over, but it's not. It's just one of the 4 lives. Sometimes all you can do is sacrifice yourself. Alright, so we're down 1 life, so notice the lives here. So we're down 1. Taxes is on the table. We have nothing that counters that. So do we want to try to do that? Let's look on the deck. We do have Assassin. Interesting. Might do that. So let's try that. So let's go to the ritual. Let's perform this ritual. We'd have to pay 7 souls. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this crystal, which I can bring the assassin in. Pay 3 souls, swap it. So now you can see I've got the assassin in my hand. Alright, there's not the greatest chance, so what will improve the chances is more money, more hate, and law will decrease the chances, which I don't have any at the moment, which is good, I guess. Oh, should have hit the other button. Alright, assassin, 52% chance, so no target, failed job, so these are not good. So what should I do? Should I gamble? I already lost a soul getting it into my hand, so should I take a 52% chance or maybe pop it up to 63 and then lose 1 soul? I think I'll do that. Hey! Execution, dead royalty. Alright, I got 10 gold, 10 fame, 5 law, which is red, right? Because that's not good. Yep, print the contract. Dead royalty led me to, alright, poison. Wow. 97% chance. Lots of money. Yep, I'm going for poison. In fact, alright, so health. Try to get a couple of souls back. Even though I don't want to, so if you notice health has sickness and illness, which can be bad because they can make you lose turns. Healthy and medication can actually improve, or not improve, but increase your turns. 4, 2, minus 1. So let's take a shot here. Medication. So you notice here I got 2 more turns added. So that's good. Okay. Okay, medication. Oh, we got doctor now. So I'm going to pick doctor because you remember Death's question. Doctor. So now I need, after I get doctor, I'll need ritual. Okay, starvation. Steal will remove starvation from Death's deck. Treasure coins, worthless, caught. So 50%, 45%, no, 60%, lose 1 soul. I'm actually not acquiring as many souls as I would like, but I don't want to take a chance at some of these negatives, or I'm always taking a chance, but as great a chance. 51, 60. All right, good. Well, that actually was good. It wasn't formidable, but it was good. But I got 10 gold, 2 fame, 3 law, and gluttony, which removed starvation. Gluttony is food tastes better when you fight for it. Which removed it. The red indicates it was removed from Death's deck completely. Ah, so now we're just down to peace and sadness. Alright. Okay, coins led us to choose gold, steel. Interesting, gold is really high. Getting not really high, but relatively speaking. Not sure why steel is struggling a little bit. Alright. So we got it. Now, at each one of these intersections, right? So by intersection, I mean we chose a path. We had to take 1, 2, 3 events along the moderate. We can either so here you notice we got 2 knives. Like I don't really like those as much. But remember, if I wanted to use blood, which can be very useful, I might be tempted to take the more corrupt path. But in this case, I think I'm not, because I always, well, I have a chance. I'm going to take this least corrupt. So I'm kind of taking the law-abiding citizen moral choices here, for the most part, not completely, but all right, dropped. You were walking along the alley when you spotted a woman holding multiple grocery bags. You suddenly saw her coins fall and scatter to the ground. You can gain a life by passing. That's interesting because I did lose a life, but don't know if we need to do that. Shimmer, shimmer. Take some of the coins, plus 5 gold. Return everything to her with a good heart, plus 3 fame. So I'm going to take the money because I need the money for the final payment. Alright, I'm up to 59, 87. I need more souls and more money. So sadness is on the table. We got 20 hate. 8 law is getting up. I'm going to play hate. So watch what hate happens, or what happens to our hate resource here. So we got 65%. I'm going to gamble. So we got rival, contentment, pure evil, hatred. So a failure at hate will actually result in good good things happening, which is kind of funny. All right, so I'm gonna go all the way to 50% and try to get a few more souls. In fact, I'm gonna go to 50 and get 3 more souls because I got 2 now. I need 7. Hatred. All right, so that was a good outcome. The hardest cage to break is called hatred. Interesting. I got 25 hate now, 18 law. 18 law means think of it as like 18, I don't know if it's 18%, but you could conceptually think of it as a higher percentage of getting confronted by the authorities. Okay, so we got kill. What does kill do? Kill gives us more gold than fame, but there's not that great a chance. Steal gives us a lot more gold, which is what we need. Alright, plant will remove peace completely. I don't think I want to do that. I could use more turns and get more souls and risk getting sick. You risk being sick or illness, or healthy and medication are the probabilities here. Notice that the probability is very low, 99% and 1%. You can see that on the slider, and actually very high for a formidable outcome. So that's pretty darn good. So that means it's because we have money to pay for health. All right. So I want to go for 3 more souls. All right, now we're sick. So we lost a turn. We still have 19 left. So sickness led us to choose alcohol, health, or alcohol. Okay, I'm gonna go with alcohol. But notice we still haven't got ritual in our hand, so we're looking for ritual in order to answer this question. So maybe I should pay the doctor. Yeah. So we got a doctor in there and we need ritual. Okay. And then the other thing, how much blood do I have? 10. Well, let me just show you. So if I was to want, or not want, but desire to gamble blood for gold, you click on one of these resources, you can see it here in the center, gold, and I've got 10, 3, 5, so I could notice that the percentage. So there's a win 30%. Okay, so that was interesting. That okay, so it was 30% there, but it wasn't allowing me to do anything. So the minimum is 30%. 30% chance to win, and then 95% if you win to get 5%, 5% to get 15, but much higher chance to lose. Lose basically means you lose turns, which is not good. So 8 blood would give us a 50% chance of succeeding, and we would get more gold. I don't know if I want to do that. That's not the best. But if you take the more corrupt path in your Ascension map, you'll have much more blood acquired to do these kind of things, and that's kind of the point that I wanted to bring up. And then this is your path, right? So you can see this gives you a summary of where you are, and what your payment choices have been, what path you've taken, and anything else. Oh, this center one. This one is very important. So as you, let's go back to this guy. So we're short on gold. We've got 20 love and we only need 6. And we've got 42 fame and we only need 7. So what we can do, we can go back to this guy and we can convert our love and fame either into souls or gold. Okay, so sorry, but I'm going to check one more time to see what I need. I need 6, 7, and then I need 87. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to convert to gold, and so I don't want to, so this would convert souls directly, so I don't want to do that yet. What I want to do is I want to convert, so you can click on this arrow to swap it. I want to convert love. So you can see here I'm going to lose certain amount of love down to 8 for 2 souls. Okay. And same for fame. I'm going to convert fame. No. Wrong. I need to reverse the arrow. I want to convert fame to souls. So it'd be nice if that decremented, if that went down as you went up here, but 42 minus 30, that would leave 12. That's probably good margin, so we'd get 5 gold, transmutate. Alright, so now we got 15 souls. If we wanted to convert some souls to money, we could. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save that idea till later, because I might be able to acquire some more gold along the way. So my highest percentage here is 98%. So I'm going to acquire some more souls and take a little bit of a risk, reasonable risk, that I would get either sad or addicted to the plant. Happiness, yay! So I got some more love, and more importantly, I got some more souls. Alright, so alcohol, love. Still haven't seen ritual yet. Alright, so we are making our way up here. So again, this is pay a resource or sacrifice a life. Alright. It's a ride. On your way to go to the plaza, a noble-looking carriage offered you a ride after seeing your tired and weary eyes. You groggily obliged, and the people inside them held out knives near your throat once you sat down. Alright, so you either are the fighter and you give them nothing and fight back and you lose 2 turns, or you pretend to be poor and give them some money. You're a survivor. I don't want to give any gold. I'll give up 2 turns rather than a life. I could give up a life too. Okay. I think I'll give up a life. Alright, so now sadness can be completely eliminated from my death deck, which would be my life, I guess, meaning, and I can drown my sorrows in alcohol. 72% is pretty good. I'll drop it to 66 to acquire a soul. No, I don't think I'll do that. Oh wow, drunk love. So I eliminated sadness completely with a party. Booze, people, and music are the antidote for sadness. And I've got drunk love. When poison bites, a snake will strike. 10 love, 3 fame. Okay. And I got health, love, and alcohol. I'll take health. I'm still looking for ritual. So I think I'll do health. 17. I will gamble some souls. For some souls. Healthy, yay. Got 4 turns. Ritual. Alright, so ritual is going to be in my deck now. I'm going to pay 3 souls to get ritual into my hand. Okay, there's ritual. Very low chance of success. perfect, powered gym, broken gym, fascinating. So what's driving the, so it's love. So here's another thing we could do. So love is lowering the chances. So before we play that, we can go in here and convert love to souls. 30 minus 30. Okay, for 5 souls. Okay, so now we have 19 souls, 3. So let's exit out of here. See how we're doing. So we needed 6 love. Now I'm actually don't have enough love. That's what I was afraid of. Well, I can always get it back. So, but look what happened to alcohol. No, not alcohol, ritual. It didn't go up by that much, 38% versus, what was it, 23 before? 38. So I'm still getting affected by hate. So hate is 14. Hate is 14. Alright, I am going to put ritual in my... No, I don't have to play it. I forgot about that. Okay, I can go here and... Okay, so I forgot to do this. I thought I did this already. Okay, doctor there. Ritual there. So I got it. Ritual, doctor, so I can attempt to answer. Correct! Yay! So what that's going to do is that's going to give me a greater ascension possibility at the end of the game. So now if I go here, I've got 4 out of 14. So now I've got 3 questions to answer, but I'm not going to worry about that. So now I'm going to go straight for love, I guess, because I need a little bit of love and some souls. Oh no, rejection. So I lost 5 love and 1 fame. So now if you notice, so I'm going to chug poison. If you notice, I'm down 2 in love, which means I'm at risk for losing a life. So I'm going to choose, I have to choose this this skull event. It's a rat problem. During the harvest season, one of your good men failed to do preventative measures against rats, and one of your corn silos was infested. Its content is also likely to be spoiled and carrying pathogens. Okay, do I have even 15 fame? Minus 10 gold. You lose a life. Cuss and shun the culprit away. Minus 15 fame. Wow. Dispose of the spoiled corn. Do I give up a life? Yes. Alright, oh god. I'm down to... I thought I had a few more left. So I have to not take a chance here. So I have to go and convert some souls into love. And get out of this situation. Transmutate. Alright, so now I'm not going to lose another life. At this point, I need to get... So what do I need? Shore down. I need to get a few more gold. Or, sorry, love. So I could actually do that here. Yeah. Alright, so... I think I'll pop that up a little bit. Okay. Friends. Alcohol tastes best when shared. So I got 1 love and 5 fame. friends led us to choose a gift, hate, or alcohol. I'm going to go with a gift. Alright, so this is a law event. Law events start happening as your law goes up. And so it's an encounter with the law. You were selling weapons from the army supply, but your connection died. And the new guy in charge threatens you with imprisonment. So what do? So you can either refuse and pay 20 hate, and my hate has kind of been a problem a little bit with my strategy, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Or you can go to jail and lose 3 turns and remove all the law, which might be a good thing. Or you can bribe the officials with gold. And I don't have enough gold, so I'm going to refuse. And so I basically got angry and fought my way out of that situation. Alright, so where are we? Still have a lot of law. So with the high law here, we're going to have higher and higher chances of encountering. So I'm going to still have quite a bit of turns. I'm going to go with alcohol again. And gamble. Here we go. Friends. So got another 1 love, which isn't that much, and fame. So where are we? We have just enough. Got a little bit more fame than we need. So alcohol, hate, and gift. I'm going to go with gift just due to the probabilities here. So we have a 90%. So 90%, I'm going to attempt to acquire a couple of more souls. Yay, friendship gift. Not all gifts have meaning. You just do it because they're a friend. Alright, you got 5 love and 2 fame. My gold, still not where I need it. Alright, so we got 89%, 77%. Alright, so gold, no, still no gold there, but gold. Alright. Alright, so we have another encounter with the law. You were selling weapons from the army supply. Alright, same event. But this time I don't have enough hate to refuse it. So instead, I think I'm going to go to jail instead of paying, because I don't have enough gold. Minus 3 turns, minus all law. Okay. So we're still a good ways away from our gold objective. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to take the moderate. You got into it, so big taxes. Got into a noble's bad side after trying to woo his daughter. Because of this, he targeted you and pulled some strings. And when it's time to pay taxes, you were charged twice the amount. So I definitely can't give up a life. I could give up some love, I think. No, I can't. I could give up some fame, but that's not a choice. Darn it. Pay the demanded amount. I think I'm going to give up some love. Okay, so I'm down. I gotta fix that. The love, because otherwise I'm gonna lose a life and the game's gonna be over. So alcohol has a chance of love, pretty high. I think I'm gonna make it even higher. Drunk love, which was the formidable. 10 love, 3 fame. Just what I needed. Alright, so drunk love chose us to either health, alcohol, or love. I think I'm doing okay on turns. I think I'm going to take the highest. So you can always look at your deck here. So on love, I've got 1. So I'm going to go with love. Okay. 78% on health. Yeah, 12 turns left. But yeah, okay. So notice the main thing health will do is give you opportunities to add to your turns, which is never a bad thing. 78%. I'm doing okay on souls. Not great, but healthy. 4 turns. Good deal. Alright. Health, love, healthy, health. Okay. So 78%. 2 more turns. Medication. The best medication is to not receive any medication. Alright, so we got doctor. I don't really need... Doctor has a lot of turns. See, if you look at doctor, you get chances for a lot of turns. Health, gift. I think I'm going to go with gift. Alright, so we're getting close to the end. This is the end, so we got a couple more to go. Alright, minus half your fame. I didn't need a lot of fame, and I would get 10 blood and 10 hate. Or you could lose 2 lives. Or you could lose a third of your gold and plus 20 law. I don't want to lose my gold. Shoo the cultist away. Ah, I should have read the event. I didn't. Sorry about that. Health. I know I'm playing health quite a bit here. I'm doing it because of the probabilities, and I like being able to get a few more souls. Illness. Okay. So this was a bad outcome, so I lost 2 turns. Hate. Alright, so I'm going to go with hate. Got 21 hate. 13 turns is not too bad. Alcohol, my percentage is kind of dropping a little bit, so it's being driven by... Fame is low. Gold is lower. Yeah, I need to get some gold. Gold. I think I'm going to pull the gold back. Yeah, there you go. I think I'm going to increase the odds. Give up some souls. Work. Yay, work. Made some money. Alright. Work shows you this. Steel has got really high, but my odds aren't that good. No, I'm going to go with steel. Alright, so... Alcohol. Again, there's no money. Just love. I think what I'm going to do, show you this. I've got enough blood. I'm going to pull some more cards in. So I drew a new set of 5 cards. That's really important if you have corrupted cards in your hand. Corrupted cards, I avoided. Maybe I shouldn't have for the video, but I avoided because I don't like them. But they will not give you any chance. They'll remove all chances of acquiring resources and will only remove resources. I guess with a formidable result, they just won't take away any of your resources, if I remember that right. Which seems pretty harsh, so I tend to avoid them. Alright, so here I think I'm going to pick health. And I'm doing this because of the high percentage and to acquire souls. Trying to make it to the end game. Yep, 4 turns. So as you sometimes towards the end game, if your turns start to get low, you can be at risk for losing the game without making it to the final Ascension attempt. Okay, health. Okay, we got one more to go here. So this is royalty event. One of the local lords is plotting a scheme to steal your land, but one of his servants that weren't treated well offers some help to reveal his lies for some gold, so he could start his own business. Pay the enemy traitor. Make your own plan. Wow. Oh wow. -20. This is not good. I'm gonna lose a lot of money. Can't afford to lose any lives. And I will go negative in fame. I think I'm gonna pick this one. So notice I am -5 in fame, which means I have to get some fame. So I think gifts, yeah, gifts. Okay. Gift. I think I'm gonna go with gift. Yeah, okay. I have just enough fame to get out of risk, but I'm down 7. Wow. So 72%, 79, gift. Okay. Health. So I really need some fame now. Interesting. So if I go to my deck, one of the best ways to get fame, well, assassin would be good. I think poison. Poison brings both life and death. I don't remember if poison... You can't double click here and see if poison would give you fame. But what I can do is I can get assassin. I think assassin will. Assassin swap. Okay, assassin will remove taxes and does give a lot of fame, but fairly low percentage. I think I'm going to increase that to 75%. Kingslayer, oh my god, 35 gold, 35 fame. I definitely worked out there. 20 law. Okay, slayed the king. So I think I'll pick another assassin. Kill, maybe kill is 10 gold. I think assassin's better. Okay, injured. Doctor. Wow, doctor went way up in percentage. So that went up because of the gold. Yeah, and the reduction in love. Yeah, that's pretty good. So doctor will give us a lot of turns. So we really need gold though. We really need gold. So what will plant give us? Plant doesn't give us any gold. I knew that. Gold doesn't... Gold. Okay. Unprofitable. -5 gold. That didn't work out. Plant. Yeah, plant. This is it, guys. This is it. So what I'm going to do... So this is... You wouldn't know this, but I know that when you go to this final Ascension attempt, you can actually convert resources there. So I'm going to go straight to the end game. So you notice that there is not enough resources to make the final payment. So this is a prerequisite. You have to do this. So we need 87 gold. So let's go there. So we're going to convert... we're going to convert... We're going to convert fame to souls first. So we're going to convert fame to souls. Don't do anything stupid like convert too many. I have a terrible memory, so I have 7, 21, I can convert. I've got 18 souls, I can convert fame. No, I can convert gold to souls. I need at least 6. Sorry, not gold. Love. That's what I meant. Still didn't do that right. Convert it to what I'm doing. Convert love to souls. And I need to keep at least 6. Minus 12. Minus 18. Okay. So, fame, I need 7. Fame to souls. I've already done this, I know, but minus 6, that'll leave me with 8, so I'm gonna do that. Not enough still. Okay, so I have to convert some souls to gold. So here I'm gonna souls to gold, and I needed 87, right? Hopefully I'll have enough. 18. Alright, 17. Yeah, that's just enough right there. 87. Leaves 15. Pay. Alright, so when you pay, you've made the final payment. So now here's some things that... Alright, so I only have 8 souls. I need to go... Do I have any blood? I don't have much blood. But I need to make a blood bet. And I need to make a blood bet for souls. Because this is when you really need a lot of souls. And I don't have very many. So I'm going to convert all. So 50%, 75%. So I've got only a 35% to get 6 and a 65%. So I'm going to wager that. Oh, minus 2 turns. But I don't think that there's any consequences to that because I'm at the end game, I think. But I lost. So I've got 25. So I'm still going to go for souls. I'm going to try it again. 75%. I'm getting greedy. I could go higher to 95%. I got exactly 20. I think I'm going to do that. Not very brave, but I only got 3 instead of the 6. But I'm out of blood, so that's the end of that. Not very good, I don't think. So I can go for a higher ascension, but I think that will take all my... So you notice now, so you got 100% chance to make it to the next level, ascension level, and the one that bets everything and lost, soulless. So that's not very good. I thought I had made it to Saint before. Oh, what happened there? So I only have a 16, interesting, 16% chance to make it to a Saint, which is terrible, or 100%. I'm going to go for this 100% just to show the game. 16% doesn't seem very good. I have actually in previous games attempted to go to Saint before. But you notice I don't even have a chance to go to these higher. And the way you go to these higher levels is that, see the Ascension level? Well, if you have a lot of souls that you acquired, a lot of resources, and you convert to souls, you can apply these, like I was showing, to get to the ability. Well, you have to go one over. Well, where is it? So it's 100% to the lowest level. To get to a Saint, you notice this converts to Saint right here. But I have a very low chance. So instead of doing that, I'm going to take a 100% chance and then... Oh, wait a minute. Let me try this again. Just to see. It's still not going to be very good. Yeah, minus 1. You can also apply souls here in the pack to get a higher percent chance. I only had one left, so it's still only a 21% chance to make it to a saint. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to... %, exchange from minus. Well, darn it. I don't know what to do here. 16%. 20. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for a 21% chance to ascend as a saint. All right, so then you basically have to bet it all. Here we go. Ascend.
Bet all and lost all your body, soul, and wife in the dark pits of hell chained, wondering what did you do wrong, wishing you could see your wife again.
You failed. Do you want to give up? No. Alright, so this basically allows you to play again.
There was once a poor
You can
man
fast
with a
forward this,
beautiful wife.
and I'm
They
going to
didn't
call
have
it good there.